Welcome to part 2 on our series, Nurture Your Adrenals. We will be looking again at taking care of our adrenal health from a nutritional perspective. As a recap on part 1, your adrenal glands produce cortisol and 3 other major stress hormones. Factors like chronic stress, declining sex and thyroid hormones due to menopause, intake of high sugar foods or refined carbs, low carb intake, and excessive intake of stimulants like alcohol and caffeine can stress out your adrenal function. So, what do the symptoms of adrenal function look like? Well, adrenal dysfunction occurs in 3 main stages called the general adaptation syndrome. The first step is arousal. This is where cortisol and DHEA increase with episodes of stress, but in recovery, they're able to return to baseline, and the person may or may not have symptoms. The second stage is from losing resilience to all the stress, and this stage is adaptation. Here we have chronic high cortisol and DHEA will decline. So cortisol is high, DHEA declines. In this stage, there may be anxiety attacks, mood swings, or depression. In the third stage, it is classified as exhaustion because this is from chronic stress. So now our adrenals are saying enough. We have low cortisol and low DHEA. Severe fatigue or chronic fatigue syndrome can be symptoms here, fibromyalgia, hair loss, premature hormone loss or hormone imbalance, weight gain, especially around the midsection or the waist, autoimmune disorders, suppression of the immune system, arthritis, anxiety, depression. In this third and final stage, this is the correct definition of the situation called adrenal fatigue. Low energy, feeling weak, moody, experiencing muscle and bone loss, insomnia, having skin problems, and an overreaction to stress are all factors that can point to this adrenal fatigue. So wait, take a moment because you might be thinking, oh no, I have adrenal dysfunction. Well, that could be so. You can test it with a 4-point or 6-point salivary cortisol test under the direction of your healthcare practitioner to determine if your levels are off. But before you do that, I want you to make note of this. If you are peri or postmenopause and you have not utilized bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, your adrenals are already working harder because estrogen, which is now lost, it helps calms down cortisol. So when you have lost this estrogen and you're experiencing decreased estrogen, this stresses out your adrenals. So if that sounds like your situation, you may want to talk with your functional doctor about bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. That may be a helpful step for you. But let's continue to explore nurturing your adrenals from a food and nutrition perspective. So, are you consuming foods that are high in sugar and refined carbs? This causes the blood sugar to spike. As a result, the adrenal cortex produces cortisol to help the body's response to these harmful foods. So what can you do? You can swap out sugar and refined carbs. Watch our videos, Spot the Sugar, and In Search for Sweet to discover more about where sugar may be creeping into your foods and for healthy swaps that you can add in. And you can watch part 1 of this video again for a reminder on choosing carbohydrates that are gentle to your blood sugar. Now, this is an important question to consider as well. Are you going low carb? This is not a smart extreme either. There is simply not enough carbohydrate fuel in low carb diets for the health of your thyroid gland, or for protection of your muscle mass, or for the long-term benefit of your brain. And low carb diets, long-term, cause stress to the adrenal function. Now, let's look at today's key point. Vitamin C is concentrated in your adrenal glands, but it can be lost in times of stress. When the adrenals are not working optimally, oxidative stress can occur. and vitamin C is there to help reduce the negative consequences. So, where are your vitamin C rich foods? Take a moment to ask yourself this question. Include vitamin C rich foods at every meal and snack. This really is doable, as these are your veggies and fruits, especially berries. Think of okra, broccoli, dark leafy greens, bell peppers. These are all rich sources of vitamin C. So you can make a stir fry or a soup, and you can add lentils for a wonderful natural folate source. And what about baobab? Baobab is a powerful fruit native to South Africa. You can find it in its powdered form, and it is a wonderful fiber that promotes blood sugar balance and acts as a prebiotic to feed your good gut bacteria. And even better, it is rich in vitamin C, boasting 7 to 10 times the vitamin C content of oranges. B vitamins signal to your adrenal glands, supporting their ability to work, especially vitamin B5, which is known as the anti-stress vitamin, and vitamin B6. You want to make sure that that's in the P5P form, and folate in the 5-MTHF form that is found in foods. Lentils are a wonderful source of natural folate. Magnesium, zinc, omega-3s, vitamin D, and biotin are beautifully important in nurturing your adrenals as well. Grass-fed beef liver is a powerhouse food, and it is chock full of B vitamins and folate. It's like eating a multivitamin. If you would rather take it as a supplement, look for a desiccated, grass-fed beef liver from a clean and trusted source. You want it to be high quality. Liver is also rich in selenium, which is a crucial mineral for adrenal health. So you may want to consider vitamin C and B complex supplementation and grass-fed beef liver supplementation, perhaps even a glandular supplement of desiccated adrenal glands. Again, your functional healthcare provider can give you more further direction on these supplements. The bottom line of today's video is to choose these vitamin C rich foods at every meal. So how can you do so? Well, maybe start with bell peppers. Roast them in your oven, or dice them and add them to your next soup, or cut them into long strips and dip into guacamole. Or what about broccoli? Broccolis are a wonderful source of vitamin C, so gently bake them and serve them alongside your main protein source tonight. Enjoy berries. Vitamin C rich foods will help you nurture your adrenal health and the health of your entire body. Consider which ones you might make for dinner tonight.